What's up guys, Fed here. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to find all 10 hidden Cappy locations in the Nuka-World DLC for Fallout 4. Let's get started. When you enter the main park and get through the gauntlet and kill Coulter, you'll eventually come to two people talking, and you'll see a familiar face from the game Fallout 3. Yeah, it's Sierra Petrovita, except she pronounces it Petrovita, which is upsetting because it's Petrovita. I really like the way she said it in 3, but, you know, whatever. So she's back and ready to boogie, and she's ready to send you on another crappy quest. This time, like I said, you're going to be finding... Oh, hello there. You're going to be finding 10 hidden Cappy. That's one of the mascots of Nuka-World.
Yeah, I guess it is.
And, yeah. That's about it. Allegedly, there's a grand prize at the end, but let me go ahead and spoil it for you. It's not that grand.
The name's Sierra Petrovita. I traveled all the way from the capital wasteland to visit this place. Maybe you've heard about my Nuka-Cola museum?
Yeah, the Nuka-Cola Museum. Everyone's heard of that.
Really? That's great! I'm so glad word is catching on. Maybe I'll get more visitors soon. You just made my day! Here, let me return the favor. It's not really cold anymore, but I'm sure it still tastes great. Well, I'd stay and chat some more, but I've gotta get back to my search.
I could help you out if you want.
Oh, no thanks. I kinda need to keep this a secret. It's really important to me, and I just don't know you very well.
I'll keep your secret. You can trust me.
Well... okay. To be honest, I'm so excited I can barely keep it in. It'll be a relief to finally tell someone. I guess you could think of me as the world's biggest Nuka-Cola fan. I've been obsessed with this stuff since the first time I tasted it. I collect all the merchandise I can find, like these awesome Cappy glasses I'm wearing. But these aren't just ordinary sunglasses. They were part of a really cool contest that started just before the war. Oh my gosh. And the winner of the contest would get to meet the famous John Caleb Bradburton himself.
Bradburton. I remember that name. He was the guy who invented Nuka-Cola, right?
Exactly! Wow, not a lot of people know that. At least not anymore. So, to win the contest, you had to find 10 images of Cappy, the Nuka-Cola mascot, hidden throughout the park. Each image has part of a code or something, and only these special glasses can reveal it. Now I know what you're thinking. Bradburton's long gone. Who cares about the contest anymore? Well, I'm betting that somewhere in his office is the original Nuka-Cola formula. That formula was one of the great mysteries of the soft drink world, and it would be the crown jewel of my collection. If you can help me get it, I promise it'll be worth your while.
You'd better make good on that promise. I'm not running a charity out here, you know.
Of course. There's a little bit more to the story, and this is the part I think you'll like. Bradburton didn't just create soda formulas. He was a genius who invented all kinds of fantastic things. All I really care about is getting my hands on the Nuka-Cola formula. Any other inventions we find are yours to keep. So, what do you think?
Sure, why not? Might learn more about the park while I'm at it.
Good point. You're new here after all. You should learn everything you can. I'll give you my Cappy glasses and this old contest holotape. It's got hints about where to...
So after she talks your ear off for 16 hours straight and you feel you're about to burst, she'll give you her glasses and then you'll go on a magical journey around the park exploring every nook and cranny to find these 10 hidden Cappy locations. That's if you don't watch this video. If you do, you'll find out exactly where they are. So the first one is in Nuketown USA, Nuketown USA. Immediately following a conversation with Sierra, just go straight and you'll see Fizz Top Mountain. Then you go along the left side of the path. You are here. And then right there you'll see the fountain. And then if you take a left, there's your first hidden Cappy.
That's one.
Not too bad. The next two are in the galactic zone of the park. You don't have to get these ones next, it's just the order I got them in. Thankfully, the game gives you some pretty spot-on hints if you're perceptive. And I'll fast travel to the galactic zone. And then I'll show you where it is, straight from the fast travel location. So once you get here, even if you don't fast travel, this is probably where you'll end up. Just go ahead and enter that section, and head up the main road. And you'll take a right over here, then just climb these stairs. Then you're going to take a left from here, and then another left. And if you read the hint, these are the stars. And right there is the Cappy. There it is on the map. And we'll go ahead and grab that one and move on to the next one. So the next one is at the dead center of the park at Starport Nuka. Go ahead and fast travel to it if you have it discovered. If not, just fast travel to the galactic zone, then head straight from when you enter it. Pretty tough to miss. You have to actually go there for a quest, so almost impossible to miss. So once you fast travel there, go along the left side, then you'll see the directory right there. And then right in this little alley is your next
That's
Cappy.
3 clues. The letters must spell something.
The next two are going to be in Kitty Kingdom. And then, once we get into it, there's the castle. I recommend completing the quest for Kitty Kingdom first, so all the radiation will be gone, but you don't have to. I also recommend saving before you pick up this one because I'm not sure if it's glitched or not, but when I grabbed it, my character didn't say anything, the quest did not update, but eventually it worked out fine even though none of that happened, so it's fine. Following that, you're going to be inside the funhouse. Then you'll come to a room where the floor is spinning. And then boom.
Clue number
Your
7.
Cappy is in the second door on the left from the door you enter from. Now if you're having trouble getting into that doorway because the floor is spinning, don't worry about that. Just progress through this as you normally would. Then when you come up to this door that says employees only, open it, head up there, and you'll find a terminal where you can turn off the spinning floor. It helps out a whole lot. There we go, spinning room, and then turn off spinning floor. Okay. There's the funhouse. This is also part of the quest, so it's not possible to miss it. Next up is Dry Rock Gulch. These are probably the absolute easiest ones to find. I should mention now that you have to have the Cappy glasses on at all times. You can still see the hidden Cappies, but you can't activate them if you don't have the glasses on. So just go ahead and keep the glasses on. Once you explore around for a bit, you'll eventually find Doc Phosphate's saloon. When you do, take a left from there, you'll see this robot, and then take a right from there and you'll end up in the graveyard. And right on the back of this giant gravestone is another Cappy.
That's another clue found.
Now when you're at Dry Rock Gulch, you'll have a side quest to help out these 3 robots, so they'll give you a code to get you a key to get you to enter the mine. And that's where the next Cappy is. So go ahead and do that side quest. The next one is going to be in Mad Mulligan's minecart ride or whatever it's called. Just go ahead and progress through this one. Real easy to see. Just look off to the left and boom, it's right there.
Aha, got another one.
Okay, time to move on. Next up is the Nuka-World bottling plant. This one I can see people missing. Thankfully I found it pretty quickly, so yeah. So when you enter the Nuka-World World of Refreshment bottling tour plant thing, you'll end up right in here, the World of Refreshment. You'll see this quantum sign. Be prepared to fight a lot of Mire lurks. There's a ton of them. Well, they're called Nuka lurks. But anyway, don't worry about that. They're not that tough. Just keep shooting them. Then once you get to the western area, you'll know it because cowboys exist here. Look for the sign that says Wild West. Then look across the way from that. And that Cappy is right there, right on that wall. You also can't activate Cappys if you're in power armor. Just a good thing to note. And that's the only one in here, so let's move on. Next up is the Safari Adventure one. Actually, this is the last set. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is Safari Adventure. Be very careful around here because there is a lot of things that want to kill you. So the first one we're going to be getting is in the maze, actually. Be very careful here. A lot of deadly things. Immediately following entering, take a right, and then another right, and then it's right over there. You can just grab it. Go ahead and grab it. It's a little finicky. You have to look below the Cappy to actually be able to activate it. And there it is. Safari Adventure, there's Cappy's treehouse if you actually go through the maze. And now the last one. So from the start, you're gonna see someone named Cito. He's like an ape man. And he's gonna lead you actually directly to it, almost. He's gonna lead you over here, through this gate, through this back alley, and through this caged-in area. And directly in front of me right now is the Primate House. And then off to the right, you'll see a statue of a gorilla. And then, once you say hi to him, you don't have to, but it's polite. On this side, you'll find the final Cappy. It may not be the final one for you if you did things out of order, but it's the final one for me and also for this video, so let's move on. Time to head back to Sierra. So once you head back to Sierra, she's already in position, thankfully, so go ahead and talk to her, tell her you found all the hidden crappies. And then she'll be like, wow, I just did a bunch of math. Look, I found a piece of paper. I sneezed on it.
Definitely spell refreshing. It's simpler than I was expecting.
So once you get the code, she wants you to enter it, and then go inside a building. This part's pretty easy.
But it's locked up tight. The keypad is the only way to open it. I guess we just need to key in the 10 numbers that correspond to the word refreshing. You did all the work looking for the hidden Cappys, so you should be the one who gets.
God dang right I did all the work. Probably could have figured out the entire thing if without you anyway. Let's go ahead and enter the code there. And I stop to save for a moment. Then just activate the keypad. You don't have to do anything. Character just kind of pause it like a gorilla.
Let's go inside.
And then once Sierra's done talking, she'll jump on into that building quick as she can. Then once you tell McCready to sit the frick down, because he's the worst, go ahead and go into Brad Burton's office. There's not much in this next area, but, you know, still worth a poke. Go ahead and look around for a moment if you like. Like I said, there's not much in there, so you're not going to be finding a lot of great loot. But, you know, if you want to look around, you can. Sierra instantly knowing where to go, it seems. When you're done looking around downstairs, head upstairs to where the real fun begins.
Wish I could have been here before the war.
And then I'm just gonna shut up for a moment and let everyone else talk. If you'd like to skip all the talking and just get to the solution, I'll put a time code in. So go ahead and do that if you don't want to listen to a bunch of people talk.
In regards to Nuka-Cola clear production, I think it's obvious that we need to take a step back and examine the facts. Project Cobalt dropped Quantum in our laps, so I think it's best we leverage its potential popularity before someone else beats us to market. Additionally, installing the equipment to produce both flavors would cost us a pretty penny, and I'd rather use the funds to promote Quantum. We also have our lemon lime flavor debuting soon, and need to work out how to market two clear-colored flavors simultaneously. With all these factors taken into account, I have no choice but to hold off Nuka-Cola clear production for at least the next 2 fiscal years.
I know that formula's here. I also know it'll be carefully concealed.
So once everything's finally done talking, you can take a break from all that listening and get to work reading. I'm not going to. But if you want, you can pause the video and read all this. It's mostly about nothing. It's just talking about soda. Just like 80% of the 3,000 terminal entries in the DLC. Today I invented a new soda. It's called grape-flavored soda. It tastes like grape-flavored piss water. Truly riveting stuff. I didn't actually read any of these. I just thought it'd be nice to be considerate. So about half of one of these terminal entries actually amounts to something. The rest are kind of just junk. Stopping for a moment to show where it is. And then the secret of the Sphinx. Oh, there's a button there the entire time. But wait, we're not done yet. Do you think we were done with listening to people talk? No.
Got it.
Because look. Another holotape. God dang. If you want to just get to the meat of the matter, go ahead and skip to this time code, and I'm so sorry. This holotape is actually pretty telling of what's about to come.
Sign off on Project Cobalt, or I can walk right out that door. This isn't like deciding what color bottle to pick for our next flavor, General. You're asking me to take my laboratories and my beverage years and basically turn them over to your team. I need assurances that my people and my facilities are going to be treated with the respect that they deserve. You and I both know that's a load of horse shit. Stop treating me like one of your soft drink competitors. I'm here representing the U.S. military. I already told you you'd be well compensated. Now cut the...
In the mirror, do these people sound similar?
Fine.
And do they also sound like that's not at all what they sound like in real life?
What?
Like, it sounds like a child pretending to be a general. It's kind of adorable.
Let's just say you're not the only one in this room that can throw his weight around in Washington, General. I've been following the program ever since its inception, and I have to say that I'm impressed. The ability to keep a human in a state of veritable immortality using a machine, now that's something that I didn't expect from the military. Look, you want me to agree to this proposal, then get me on the Leap X list, and I'll sign whatever you want. I always knew you were a greedy son of a bitch, John. But the last thing I expected to hear is that you were afraid of death. If you know so much about Leapex, then you know it's in its infancy, and there are a lot of kinks to be worked out. It isn't as easy as throwing a switch and suddenly you can live forever.
Stop trying to talk me out of it. We both know the enemy is developing chemical and biological weapons, and that my beverageers are the top organic chemists in the world. Our countries are in a race where no one comes in second, General. So you need to ask yourself, can you really afford to stand here and say no?
You had this all figured out before I even arrived, didn't you? Okay, fine. You want in on the Leapex program, you got yourself a deal. You know, maybe immortality is what's best for you, Brad Burton. Be a goddamn shame to let that ego go to waste.
So once that's done, Sierra has been waiting ever so patiently with sopping wet panties, just thinking about what secrets could be hidden in the Nuka-Cola elevator secret. You're gonna go to a vault. Kind of backed myself into a corner with that one, but yeah, it's gonna be a vault. But it's not like a super cool one where it has like 3 floors or anything. Thankfully, she's mastered instant transmission too. It's just 1 room. Well, 2 rooms, I guess. Nope, nothing over there, stupid. Head back to the path. So once you take the right path, I'm just gonna go over here, and Sierra's gonna be like, the formula's gotta be past this door. And then when you open the door, no, there's nothing there to kill you. No, just keep walking. It's a brand new car! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Okay. Oh my god. Who could have predicted that but everybody? Oh really, Sierra? Darn, I thought it was me dad. Actually, it kind of looks like your son. Who's dead. Forever.
It's alive! He's alive! My name's Sierra, sir. I'm your biggest admirer.
So yeah. If you didn't actually listen to the holotape, it just talked about how John Cale, Brad Burton, Gillicuddy wanted to live forever. So he talked to a general and was like, "But I want to be a general, I'm a general. You can't live forever, how do you know that?" And then when you tell him, when he asks, what in the world are you doing here? You have a Pip-Boy? What? And then, turns out you and him have more in common than anybody could ever imagine, since you're both 200 years old. Or over 200 years old. But, you know, you lived through the apocalypse in fashion. He had to be awake for all of it. So like any sane person, after waiting 200 years, staring at nothing but a wall forever, he wants to die. Since he's stuck in that, he can't actually do much. He just straight up wants to die.
I can't imagine what you must have gone through. I'm truly sorry, Mr. Bradburton.
A weapon? I don't believe it.
I have no idea why the camera did that. And then he talks about how the technology you get is the weapon. Spoilers, the weapon is god-awful. It's very crappy.
It was going to be a quantum-enhanced variant of the standard portable tactical warhead.
Although I guess you can make your own ammo for it, but I really don't care. I really don't.
I want you to shut off the power to this machine that's keeping me alive. I want to die.
What? No!
So he wants to die, but Sierra is highly opposed to this idea. So go ahead and make a quick save.
Yeah, if our places were reversed.
And since you were a popsicle man for 200 years, you can understand why he'd want to die. Since he's just a president's head in a jar. Like in Futurama.
The best thing in the world.
Well, he's not a president, but maybe he was a president of the Nuka-Cola Corporation. I don't know. I'm the creator. It doesn't matter. Point being, he wants to die. Sierra doesn't want him to die. And he's like, you can have whatever crap is behind that safe door. And he straight up tells her to shut up. Like, oh, man, shut up. Just let me die.
When the power is cut, the door to the prototype storage room.
And then for some reason, when the power is off, the door is allowed to be opened, which I've never understood why a door would be powered to be in the default open state when the power is off. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I have an idea. Mr. Bradburn
But Sierra provides an alternative to murdering a man in a jar.
with him, you know? Keep him company, give him someone to talk to.
And that is making his life an even worse hell.
You've got a point. But I want compensation for the prototype ammo I won't be getting.
Well, I do have one thing that might interest you.
So, either you cut off the power and kill the man and make Sierra piss her panties with tears, or she'll give you a jumpsuit if you don't let him die. Or there's a secret third option that I show you in a moment.
Nuka-Cola jumpsuit. That's a paltry prize.
It really is paltry, but so is the prize you get from him. So you may as well not even bother worrying about it.
There is no one else who can help me.
Basically, it comes down to which do you want, clothing or a weapon.
I couldn't stand being a frozen head.
Since I've already got some pretty spiffy clothing and I haven't murdered anyone in about 3 minutes. So, easy choice, man dies, and he's finally freed from his torment of being a head in a jar and staring at a staircase. So once that's done, go ahead and pick up everything else. You got Nuka-Nuke ammo, the Nuka-Cola formula, which is why Sierra wants to get in there, and the Nuka-Nuke schematics. There's also a key to the safe I picked earlier, bunch of Nuka-Cola, and also the Nuka-Nuke launcher, and then some other frills and whatnot, bits and bobs. And then go ahead and talk to Sierra and,
Here it is.
yeah, give her the Nuka-Cola formula, and she'll be like, well, I mean, I'm grateful, but Jesus Christ, did he have to die? I don't get why the door would be closed when the power's on. Like, why would it open when the power is off? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, you give her the formula, and then she's like, well, I got to meet him, so that's pretty cool. And that's still okay. But then she's like, wait, why did you kill him? And then you tell her, like, man, if you were alive 200 years stuck in a jar, wouldn't you want to die? And she's like, yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. But I still got to meet him. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go drink Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola Quantum makes your pee glow. Did you know that? And then you're like, yeah, I knew that.
Still, I can't overlook the fact that for one glorious shining moment, I got to meet the man who invented Nuka-Cola. I'll never forget that. Not ever.
And as compensation for the Nuka-Cola formula, which is an infinitely useful thing, highly valued by anybody who knows caps,
I know it's not
Sierra gives you,
You really went above and beyond the Call of Duty.
for going above the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2,
By the time I'm done,
she gives you
bigger building to house my Nuka-Cola museum.
500 caps. So after you make the right decision to murder Sierra, go ahead and murder yourself. After failing to murder yourself, try again. After successfully murdering yourself, go ahead and reverse time and be sent back to make the correct choice. After you're reincarnated as a chimpanzee, go ahead and talk to Sierra one more time.
What's your decision?
Then go ahead and say, yeah, I accept, I'm not gonna murder him.
What about the secret Nuka-Cola formula you think is locked up in that vault?
And then initially he'll be upset and be like, why can't I just die? You're like the 8th person to come in here who hasn't wanted me dead.
Nuka-Cola formula himself, along with all kinds of other things.
And she rationalizes the not being able to access the Nuka-Cola formula by just thinking of pestering him until he eventually tells her.
Accept your offer. I won't shut the power off.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're doing the right thing. After all.
So after you tell Sierra you're not gonna shut off the power to kill the man, she'll give you the jumpsuit, and then you can immediately turn off the power and kill him, thus opening the door and pissing Sierra off something fierce. Now you have the jumpsuit, the Nuka-Cola formula, the schematics, the ammo, the key, and the Nuka-Nuke launcher. And, wait, bonus thing, Sierra dies! Dun, 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 dun. I hope this video helped you. I'm sorry it took 30 minutes, but I trimmed all I could from it, minus all the talking. So yeah, thanks for watching.